Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Wolverhampton Racecourse here on Saturday, is March the 10th, 2018. Going to look at the stakes races on today's program from Wolverhampton races 2 and the featured fourth race, the 205 and the 315. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for racecourses around the world. So let's get on to today's stakes action, the feature races 2 and 4. The 205, the second race from Wolverhampton, it's a sunbets.co.uk Lincoln Trial Handicap. Class 2 handicap going for a purse of $67,500. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards rated 0 to 105. Field of 12 horses going to the post of 1,800 meters or a mile and eighth on the all-weather to Peter surface. Excuse me. Top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse, Dragon Mall. Gonna go 5-8-2 in the tricast of the trifecta. 5-8-2, tricast, trifecta. Top pick number 5, Dragon Mall. 12-1, Stevie Donahue's on this David Simcock train. 5-year-old gelding by Blame, the only horse to ever beat Zenyatta. But most recently, this horse had to start about 3 weeks ago now, or almost 4 weeks ago now, the 16th of February at Lingfield. 1,600 meters, 1 mile, a Class 5 novice race. This horse finished second by length, was 36 cents to the dollar in that small field of 4 horses, and just couldn't catch the winner, who just ran a little bit better. But this horse was carrying a ton of weight, carrying 142 pounds, is only carrying 131 pounds today, which I think is a good weight, 9 less pounds than he carried last few weeks ago at Lingfield. The start before for this horse came the 7th of February at Chelmsford, mile and a quarter, 2,000 meters in a Class 5 novice race. Horse won by 2.5 lengths that day. Had a good inside posture. Was the heavyweight, but in a field of 3 horses, he just quickened up nice. He had a very nice victory that day. And then the 27th of January, Kempton, 7 furlongs, 1,400 meters, Class 2 handicap, wide trip. He finished 5th by 3 3/4 lengths. I also think the distance was a little bit too short. It just wasn't his day to win. But I do think with lower weight here, getting the 1,800 meter trip, he should run well. 12-1, taking my chances with him, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the second from Wolverhampton, it's the Lincoln Trial Handicap, a race I really hate at Doncaster, Lincoln Trial, but the Lincoln Handicap, but it's the Lincoln Trial Handicap to recap. I like the 5 horse Dragon Mall. I'm gonna go 5-8-2 in the tricast of the trifecta. There's a few races I absolutely hate. Probably the number 1 race is coming up next Wednesday. It's the Champion Bumper from Cheltenham. Hate it so much because I can't pick the winner for that. The second race is the Balmoral Handicap on Champions Day at Ascot, and third is probably the Lincoln Handicap. I hate that race so much, but hopefully I'll do my studying early for the next 2 weeks before we get to Lincoln Day, opening from the flat from Doncaster. Join me here on YouTube for that. But off subject now, back to the 4th race now from Wolverhampton, the 315. I guess it's their kind of feature race of the year from Wolverhampton, this 4th race, the 315. It's the Lady Wulfruna Stakes. It's a listed stakes for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $67,500. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses going the distance of ground of 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the all-weather to Peter surface. Top pick in this race, I like the favorite, the 1 horse Second Thought. I do think he should run well. I'm going to go 1-4-7 in the tricast of the trifecta. 1-4-7 tricast trifecta. Top pick number 1. Number 1, Second Thought. Ryan Moore. William Haggas trains this one. 4-year-old colt by Kodiak. Most recently, his horse had to start the 22nd of November at Kempton. 1,600 meters, 1 mile in the Class 1 listed stakes. This horse won by half length. At 5-1, this horse quickened up nicely and just had a very nice, easy closing kick at the end. An all-around great race. I think off the shelf, this horse should run even fresher also. I don't think the layoff should really affect this one. Start before, this horse ran the 7th of October at Ascot, yielding ground, 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs in the Group 3 John Guest Benno Stakes. This horse finished 5th by 5 3/4 lengths. I do think the distance might have been a little bit too short and the ground a little bit too wet. He really never got a good piece of it that day. And then Newbury, the 22nd of September, 7 furlongs, 1,400 meters in the listed stakes. Horse finished 6th by 2 3/4 lengths that day. Again, really just didn't do anything. But I want to go back to his go back to a few races. In his last 3 over the all-weather, he's undefeated. He's won his last 3 on synthetic race courses. Last time out of Kempton, then he won on all-weather championships day last spring at Lingfield by a half length, going 6 furlongs, and before that he won a listed stakes very nicely at Lingfield by 3/4 length, quickening up nicely. I do think this race should be up this horse's alley. He has a good poster. I get Ryan Moore up. Watch out for this one to run a big one. So to recap my bets for the 4th from Wolverhampton, the 315 is the Lady Wulfruna Stakes. Gonna go with the 1 horse Second Thought. Gonna go 1-4-7 in the tricast of the trifecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck.